the same. It drives me insane. But why should I bother? I've learned what I've learned. Nowadays my concern is earned. Half of me is cold as ice, but the other half still burns. Much in the first place. It's funny how they need you when there's something to offer them. What's it up to you to find out who just to really in or out? Now don't it seem like my pride is really defense? Don't it seem like I'm sick of folks being friends? I know how the story goes. Seen it go down a couple times before. Observing with the youth, they find to be truth in what they feel they have to do to stay true. Yeah, it's all just nothing. I've learned what I've learned. Nowadays my concern is earned. Half of me is cold as ice, but the other half still burns. Every sour taste and all the time we wasted. Looking back on every single case, it doesn't help you much when you're trying to escape it. I was to erase every sour taste and all the time we wasted.
Welcome to Acute Mania Live. It's just so happy music. I love that stuff. I just love it. Fubar, welcome to the show. It's nice to have you. Thanks for joining us.
Hey. Thanks for having us.
And Beverly is in Nashville. She's back on the show. It's been a while since she's co-hosted, but this is kind of a special co-hosting thing. I don't know. Would you come back and co-host sometime, Beverly, on a show?
Of course, I will.
Uh-oh, the internet's going. The Nashville internet. It's that Nashville internet. I don't think
we don't have good internet.
I don't know. It seems like either I have issues with my internet or Nashville has issues with yours. But it's okay. It's okay. Just kind of sign or something, and we'll figure it out. I don't know why my camera got closer all of a sudden, but I'll move back so my nose isn't pointing or poking everybody. Anyway, I kind of wanted to do this show. Well, I didn't kind of want to, but I wanted to do this show for Jake since he was on, last April, 22, and he joined Beverly and I, and we had a great time. I learned a lot about Fubar, and then a month later, I met all of you in person at a great show at Craft House in Pittsburgh, which was just badass. But I don't want to be sad. I kind of took my time with that when I was late to his passing. And I told Beverly about it, and I kind of took my own time, dealing with that, and just kind of. And then I went back and reminisced on that, watched that episode a few times. I did, like literally a few times, just like, what did. I listen every time, when I'm on the show, and I watch every show again. But it was a special thing. But I didn't know that Fubar was continuing either until I went to y'all's Instagram and looked at your profile, and you guys have continued, and you're still playing. I'm sure that's difficult. I don't even know what to ask about that. But if there's anything you want to continue the conversation
Yeah, I mean, we,
with.
during the whole, it was a kind of like a year process of everything happening. And I mean, it all happened so quick, but he never wanted to slow down. And we just wanted to keep it, we wanted to keep the work going because there's a lot of work that he was putting in that was going behind what was happening and why we were getting the leverage we were getting. So it's like we wanted to keep on with that and not let anything be wasted.
It's a lot of work he put into his dream, and we definitely want to keep that dream alive as long as we can.
Yeah. Yeah, it's phenomenal music too, and it's just like I said, the first song, that song is fun, and it's just like just hanging out with your friends. It's on the porch or doing whatever. It kind of reminds me a lot of the beach. I think I told Jake that when he was on the show, because it's that style of music. Everybody relates that music with being at the beach or on an island or something.
Are you guys finishing up like a lot of songs, I guess, that were not recorded, or are you taking lyrics and turning them into songs?
There's a few things. There's songs that were written years ago that we're kind of finishing up still to this day. I mean, we have a single coming out soon that's very early Fubar, kind of into the style of reggae and what we mix it with. But yeah, there's some other things out there. We have a few notes and things from his phone and things like that, and some ideas that we discussed. Right now we're kind of going through and we're gonna re-release some older stuff that we did. Sam's been doing a good job kind of remixing some things and just kind of giving some older songs some new life. And I think we're gonna do kind of like a hits kind of release, something like that, with some older songs and then like a newer song that we just recorded that was an older song. Sorry, it's getting confusing, but yeah, it's we got some stuff in the pipe.
Yeah, and this guy does it all, and he's a master. And he does all of our music, everything. Ever since, what was that, the EP that we released?
Yeah, we came out with an EP in 2020. Whenever me, Anthony, and Sam joined the band in 2019, we came out with an EP in 2020 that Sam fully recorded, engineered, and mixed himself
in Jake's garage.
And that kind of breathed new life into like the recordings that the band has been going on, as far as like what the new recordings sound like. And it's cool. It's been awesome to work with Sam. I've been working with him in other bands.
A lot of work.
Yeah.
A lot of work.
He can
a lot of work.
DIY till we die.
I can't imagine. Yeah. So you guys do all your recordings still to this day?
So far,
yeah.
Yeah, it sounds phenomenal. It really does. It sounds professional. It sounds like you went to a studio and you did everything, with the big boards, and I don't know what all that stuff's called. I have no idea, honestly.
The only album we didn't do ourselves was The Hunt for Inspiration. But yeah, other than that, everything's been completely self-produced, self-recorded.
I do have obviously quite a bit of bands on here, and a lot of those bands they do it themselves. And the stuff that I'm doing with Rob, he's doing that stuff through Reaper, and we're putting drums on it through whatever he uses. I don't know what he uses for drums.
Technology is amazing, man.
It is, yeah. Anybody can start a band nowadays, which is kind of scary.
You can't be a one-trick pony though. It's like, yeah, you got
right, yeah. And we want to perform it. You got to be able to. If you're gonna put something out, I believe that you should be able to perform it, like. To like live. I don't know. Maybe that's kind of
we always thought that too.
I don't know. Like
yeah, they thought that in the main.
Sounds like a band.
Because like we have keys. And
I always tell Rob,
I'm a key player. It's like I was the same way until we started adding that stuff, and I was like, oh, it sucks not having it live. So we people like hearing it, so we just kept doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. I have gone back and listened to the album that has Papa Fubar on the front of it in the bus or in the van or whatever.
On the bus.
Talked about that. It actually Beverly asked about that. I posted a clip.
Yes, well, Ray. It wasn't Ray. Isn't his name?
Yeah, Ray. Yeah.
Ray. Yeah. Well, and I was thinking because his dad. He was saying that his dad drove you guys around in the tour bus. So I guess even with this Fubar continued and the or they overseeing maybe hey, can we we want to hear it and maybe it's got this sound.
I'm sorry. Repeat some of that.
Yeah, you broke up a little
Oh.
bit there, Dub.
Sorry. Oh my gosh, Nashville internet is
You're good.
because his dad was so was like the tour bus driver. Is his family still involved in
Right, yeah.
this era of Fubar?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, of
Yeah, we
course we've
see
been
that.
talking to him, and Ray will hit us up and be like, "Hey, what time's the bus leaving?" And we'll pick him up, take him to the gig, whatever.
It's still a big Fubar family for sure. And he's been around to help sell merch and
Yeah, he did a lot of the merch stuff too, other than driving the bus. But
Yeah.
he's kind of that got a lot for him once we started getting so much. There was a lot for him. It was a big task for him to take on. So but he still comes around.
Papa
Love
Fubar,
it.
yeah. I said he's got to have a nickname because just the beard and everything. I was like, what's his nickname? And he said, well, his name's Ray. Well, everybody calls him Papa Fubar. That's what I called him when I was at the show. I said, Papa Fubar, I want that shirt.
Yeah, food dad.
Great. Yeah, I don't know. I just meeting Jake at that show was great too. He was he had the mask up, but when he was playing, but he took it down when I met him. I was like, well, you can you don't have to do that and everything. But it just seems like I got on the GoFundMe page off from your website, and I was looking at the updates that he had posted. I didn't know that he had done that, and it was just reading that was it was tough. How many years did he have? When did he know? When did he first find out he had it?
Basically 1 year to the date, almost.
Yeah.
Really.
In
Yeah.
October of 21.
He found out,
Found
and
out.
it just happened so quick, and that's we got a year out of him.
It's kind of why we kept it just even through when he was sick. We just kind of kept it going because getting so bad so fast. He just kind of
He
think
went
he
through a
knew.
lot.
He kept playing with you guys though, right? He kept
for a
coming
whole
playing.
year.
Yeah.
Did not.
Well, it's probably a reprieve from because treatment is so intense, and he was talking about that in the
Was, yeah.
particular kind of cancer that he had. That it was probably it's like gosh, but in the midst of all the treatments, and to be like, now I can go play a show. It was
And then he found out he was playing with a broken back for a while. Like he didn't even know, like just because of all the treatment. He was a machine.
He was, yeah. I could tell. Just interviewing him on the show and he representing the entire band. Before I even met you guys a month later, he knew every single thing. We could have asked him anything about the band, and that was the guy you talked to. Is pretty much was that pretty much his reputation the whole time in the band since the band started, basically.
Yeah, I stayed out of the public eye, so I let him do that stuff.
He loved it.
Yeah, he was all about the networking. What he built over the course of 10 years
The
is
spreadsheets that he had that we found after we had to, because he was the guy that
he did all the
booked and
business. He was
business.
Kept
business
track of
manager,
everything.
yeah.
And
we
Yeah.
went
loved doing that with the band.
And he loved meeting people too, and it shows because when people show up, it's because of the groundwork he laid.
Yeah, that's. And he had it all the way up to the end. It looked like also, from his writing on the GoFundMe page. I'm gonna put the GoFundMe link in the chat and also put it in the description when we're done, so that way it'll always be on this episode. If anybody would like to donate, he left behind a fiance and some kids, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
How are they? How are they doing? Are they doing okay? For what it's
They're holding up.
Yeah.
It's a long healing process for
It
sure.
is, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, tell Papa Fubar I said hello, and I still got the shirt that I bought from him at that show. It's right here. It was freshly pressed.
Oh yeah.
Drawer. I made sure it was clean. I didn't iron it. I'm a guy. I don't iron things, So I think I put it.
no one does anymore.
The best way to iron something is just
Throw
put
it
it
in the dryer.
in the room you're going to shower, and then let the steam take care of it. That's what the steamer does.
I just
That's
throw
what I
it in the dryer.
And I was showing you the. I'll have to zoom up there. I can do it right now. Actually, the sticker that I got because one thing I ask everybody is, do you have stickers? Because obviously, I put everybody's sticker up on these drum heads up here. It's a crazy hobby or something, but I just do that to kind of remember who's been on the show. Some of these people have not been on the show, but it's just there. But there's you can't really. It's just kind of blurry, but there's the Fubar sticker. The Jake Thomas, and I brought some Keep Man Alive stickers up that night too. Some of the old from the old logo, I think, is what they were. But I got a whole stack for you guys next time we hang out.
Awesome, man.
Let's see.
Yeah, he said he was a big sticker guy. I do remember, and I kind of feel like
Yeah, big
that
stickers.
Scott may have my sticker.
What?
I feel like you have my.
What-
I feel
what
like
do
you
you
have
mean?
my Fubar sticker. I feel like you never gave it to me. I feel like you have
Oh,
it.
was I supposed to get you a?
It-
Well, he only gave me one. Papa Fubar only gave me one. I think I was only yielded one.
Well, yes, maybe
I'll have to
your
get-
price will say.
I don't know,
And
I can't remember. I don't remember if I got. I think I just got the one, but I should have sent it to you. I'm
because
sorry.
we talked about families, and Jake and I, had our parental discourse there talking about kids, and all. I think that night it was one of the things where I had to dip out because like my daughter, I was like, oh gosh, she's gonna be knocking down the door in a second, and then it was a little
Yeah, I need to send you some more stickers from on the 3-year show. I was telling you about sending Flu with some more stickers. I got a whole bunch of them. I even got. I'd have to order more of the bumper stickers, but I bought these bumper stickers. I bought like 50 of them, right? And to give out to people, that's the worst thing to have in your back pocket at a show, because when you sit down. I got this.
The little ones are usually fine.
Yes, I got the same ones, the same exact thing made, just way smaller. I don't right here actually. Yeah, much easier, like a business.
Yeah, we got.
So
some-
what favorite merch do you all have? Because you have shirts, you have stickers. What else? What other?
You guys
fun
still have
merch do you
the
have?
F Cancer stuff, merchandise?
We got stickers and pins, just a few of those left. And yeah, other than that, we got like koozies, CDs, keychains, hats.
Yeah, but the F Cancer stuff, we're mostly sold out of all that.
Yeah. Now I'm not aware of that. Is that like an organization or is it just?
That's just kind of something we came up because our logo has the FU and then we just put the cancer symbol. So Dave kind of just you're the one who came kind of just threw that together.
It's
and
just like
it's a
kind
quick
of
little logo for it. We're all like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
The funds raised
That's
with
all.
it
Yeah, that is.
to help Jake's family out. So that
Yeah,
has been
it definitely was a
source
big
to help
help.
out with that.
I made a if the GoFundMe link looks weird, it's because I went and did that tiny URL thing, so it's not a bunch of numbers and symbols. You know how GoFundMe does.
That's always the best way to do it.
I'll put that in the chat. But you guys want to listen to a song? Kind of take a breath and just kind of
Yeah, man.
regroup.
Yeah, let's do it.
I had you guys pick out what tracks Jake liked, and tell me why he likes State of Mind and kind of what that means as a band. I guess anything you want to say about it before we
well,
play.
because it was the title track of the album.
Yeah.
It was one of his favorites. It's a good song. It's like
He was proud of
Yeah,
it.
he was
Very
really
of it.
proud whenever we wrote that together. A lot
I
of that
remember him
was him.
showing
Yeah.
me that on his phone recording
Yep.
a
And-
long time ago, and he was like, "We got to make something with this," and then it turned into.
He had like a riff on his phone or something.
Yeah, he
Yep.
just had like a phone. I actually went back, a while back after he passed and found it. It was just this little loop that he had of it that he was so excited to show everybody. And then
Yeah.
Another thing about it, I think he loved. He was like the biggest fan of like any of us. Like he was a supportive person, but he told me once if he wasn't in a band with Dave, he would still follow Dave around as a musician just because he loved his singing and playing so much. And Dave did a killer guitar solo in this song.
That's amazing.
It's like,
He's a killer singer too. Yeah, you're a very good singer. Too. I was mentioning that to Rob the other night. I was playing some stuff and he says he sounds a little bit like the guy from Blues Traveler. I was like, yes, but he's better, way better. What's his name? What's
John
that guy's name?
Popper.
John Popper.
You know who I'm talking about? Yeah, Popper. That guy.
or wait,
I
that's
was like, no.
Yeah, that's
is that his
yeah.
name?
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Burr.
Yeah.
On tap.
I guess that's a good reference. But I was like, yeah, he's way better than that guy though. That guy wishes he was Dave.
Oh, he's fat and he got glasses. So I mean,
Yeah. Well, he lost weight for a while. He lost a lot of weight or something, and then nobody took him seriously. They're like, who's that guy?
Yeah,
That's
you gotta. If you get famous fat, you gotta stay fat. That's
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, you can't change. Anyway, here is Fubar with State of Mind, and I mean, I like all the songs, but this is also one of my favorites. Check it out. wishes he could play something like that. You know?
I wish I could play the harmonica. You got like
I don't. You don't need it in there at all. I think a harmonica would be in the way at that point. You know, he's probably gonna hit you guys like, let me come play harmonica with you guys on that song. We need to play it anyway.
Harmonica solo.
Weiss Furniture Company's in the chat and they say love this song. And Adam Dunhoff also says yes, Fubar.
What's up, Adam?
Yeah, what's up?
Shout out to Adam. He has a Route 30 retro. We did our promo shots there
Yeah.
in the thrift shop with like the boombox.
Yeah, it's
So like a photography place.
Yeah, you can. He'll let you do photos there. I think he rents it out to bands and artists and photographers. So, yeah, check him out. And awesome people, him and Kaylee. So,
What's the name again?
Route 30 retro, right on Route 30, next to Jeanette.
and he sells everything in there too. A lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, fun fact: the couch that we sat
You said,
on
hey.
sold right after we did our photos.
Yeah, it's like the next day or something.
I was gonna just ask about that.
That day,
Was it that
yeah.
day?
Beverly said her sound went out. Beverly's sound went out, so she's gonna hop off and jump back in.
Okay.
That's why she went away. Yeah, he just put it up in the chat. Good. I was going to do that, but yes, thank you for doing that.
Shout out Route 30 retro.
Route 30. That's on Route 30, right? That's a good name to have because if you forget where it's at, then it's.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
Are
you back,
I am,
Beverly?
and
Is
actually,
it
I
your-
think this is a lot better.
Oh, nice.
nice.
Yeah.
You look a little bit brighter. I don't know.
I feel like I can see all of you a lot better. Real
Aw.
technology. Well, I thought for a second the song was playing, and I was like, gosh, I can't hear anything. And I was like, maybe it's something to do with I thought maybe I couldn't just hear the song, and I was like, I don't think I can hear anything. So
I don't. We're talking about Route 30 retro, and it's where they did their. Say it again. Just tell Beverly again since she missed it.
Promo shots, like you see it on our Facebook cover. I'm holding a boombox up over my head, yelling, eating donuts and Burger King breakfast. It's,
Nothing wrong with that.
it was very, fly by the seat of your pants there. So,
Oh, Shelby Canister says we love you guys so much, and with 2 hearts.
what's up? Shout out Shelby.
Weiss Furniture Company. Is that where the couch came from? That's also in the chat.
I don't know. He probably he knows that more than I do, but I believe he has like a back stock of like some furniture
Yeah.
like that. They find stuff too from
Didn't
I
he
think it's
do
State
that?
Sales.
I could use. Hey, I'm in the midst of renovating the studio here. I could use some studio furniture of some sort. I don't
Yeah,
know
hit
what.
him up. Hit him up. He got that Art Deco.
Route 30, Route 30 Retro and Weiss Furniture Company. Furniture Company. Oh, that's why. Now I have the shop filter on for certain reasons. That's things that happened in the past, and he was posting his hours and location, and it had, I don't know why it would flag that at all. But Clever Medicine says Max and Jess are here, and we love you guys.
Yeah,
We love
nice
them.
and Just Clever Medicine.
Clever Medicine. Is that a band? Clever Medicine?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's Max's band. He's a good friend of ours.
Sick band name. Well, come on the show. I'd like to interview you. I love bands.
Yeah.
It's just-
We'll link you. We'll link you.
Send you a link.
And let's see. It's going crazy now. Adam says that's my family's brand as well. 103 years old in Latrobe. Wow.
Yeah.
Been around for quite a while. And, Lauren Stanley says Fubar with a heart.
Lauren's the best.
Lauren.
Lauren's the best. She wins.
Yeah.
Does she win?
Takes a
Does
lot
she
of
always win?
photos.
Lauren takes a lot of live photos with us at our shows.
Live photo.
Yeah, she's been photographing us for almost like 3 years, maybe a little longer. 4 years.
That's huge too, because I go to shows and I photograph and just give them to the band, say here you can use this for whatever, and because a lot of bands don't have that person that does that and travels with them, and they just don't have that in the budget.
She's there a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially taking the quality photos that she does. Like it's.
She probably has a legit camera. See, I just put my iPhone on a gimbal and just video. It's way easier than holding it, but still, it's not professional at all. It's just it's just
Yeah,
fun. But
Sam and I have known Lauren for many years. She would take pictures from our old bands too, so we've known her a long time. She's very active in like the punk scene.
nice.
Nice.
Let's see. Shelby says Andy said to tell you that he thinks Dave looks super cute.
Aw.
It's the hat.
Aw. I think so too. It's the hat for sure. Yeah.
Oh, we
Yeah,
love
so okay, we were talking before we went live. I watched some of your footage from last night's show that I was going to come up to at the what's the winery called? I can't remember.
Deadhead.
Deadhead Winery. So I was going to come up to that, and I just couldn't come up. But I was watching your videos, and it was kind of like you were at a like MTV Unplugged or something, because you were all you weren't all sitting down, but Dave, you were sitting down for sure.
Yeah.
And what exactly happened?
I broke my foot.
Dave Grohled himself. No, he didn't fall off the stage.
Yeah, no. Honestly, falling off the stage would have been cooler than what actually happened.
Yeah.
I was, like, I'm raising advocacy now for putting on your shorts sitting down. If you don't have anything to grab onto, you might want to rethink that endeavor. So what happened was I was trying to put my shorts on, one leg at a time, like I normally do, and it got caught on my, my foot got caught on the pants going in, started hopping around, leaned too much, and cracked my foot on the way down onto the ground.
Oh no.
Now, when you told this story to the doctor at the I guess the ER or something, did they say, "Yeah, right"? That's what I would have said.
Yeah, yeah. But, no, they did ask that. Yeah, but no, that's what happened. I'm sure they've heard more mundane stories.
Did they have to put any like pins and needles or anything in there?
No, thankfully,
Yeah.
they're letting it natural heal. They said if I was an athlete, they'd put a pin in it. But
Yeah, he played a show.
You're an athlete. You're a musical athlete.
Played a show the next night, like a real
The night
musician.
Yes.
Basically.
yeah, technically, yeah.
You said the
I
next
know.
the next day you had a show. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah,
or-
so that was at Jake Fest. We played the first night. Everything was cool. Broke my foot, and then the next day, I came back with crutches, and Amy Mance and Andy hooked me up with a wheelchair. So we got that up on stage, and I was just,
Oh, man.
I had a little crappy boot thing on.
I went home that night and I woke up to a text in the morning saying, "Hey guys, I broke my foot last night," and I thought it was some weird joke he thought would be
Oh
funny.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, "No, he didn't break his foot." And then he's like, "Yep, it's broken." I'm like,
And then he says, "Just put it on my pants." And you're like, "Yeah, okay, that's believable."
"Oh no,
That's
Dave."
Well,
so terrible. though.
the funny part is I bought an e-scooter that I brought up there. So
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
sure
that-
That
everybody,
thing went fast.
everybody probably assumed that I broke my foot on the scooter, but that's not what happened.
What? Oh, you mean before you even broke it, you had a scooter that night? Is that
Yeah,
what it's-
yeah. I like just bought this scooter. I was so pumped about it. I'm like, oh, cool. I don't have to walk around the ground.
But now you got it. Now you got to use it full time. The scooter, right?
Well, yeah. And I need to like convert it somehow to like cart me around. But yeah, eventually one day I'll get to ride my scooter.
So when's the next time that you're allowed to walk full weight on your foot?
October 3rd, I got to go back. So they
Yeah.
probably said it'd be about a full 2 months.
Man,
So it
that's-
So 2 months ago, you said the short situation.
Well, this is like what?
Or-
I don't know,
About
like
1 month.
2.5 weeks ago or something like that.
Oh, okay. That's for I've too have worn the boot, and it was also something very. It was like I wore a pair of shoes, and that's the only thing I could figure out. I'm like, I guess these shoes were too squishy, and I walked in them. So putting on shorts, taking a stroll. Yeah.
I was wearing when I was in high school in gym class. We were playing basketball, and I was like the goofy kid wearing Airwalks. I didn't wear basketball shoes. That's for the athlete kids. You know what I mean? I was a band guy.
Walk ones.
So,
Yeah.
So I was wearing Airwalks playing basketball, and I went up for the rebound and came back down, and my ankle went like that, and it looked like a freaking tennis ball or a baseball or something. It swelled up immediately.
Ankle ones.
So
suck. I'm not
bad.
looking at my ankle. Yeah.
I can't imagine breaking my. I don't think I've broken anything, but but just spraining. I mean, it was just a sprain, but it was awful. I couldn't. I had a cane for a while,
Yeah, you don't realize how much you use your feet until they hurt.
or anything until they're hurt. Like any of your limbs or anything.
Absolutely.
The boot was kind of, I mean, you can move around. I remember I went to work with the boot, and I was like, doing a whole load, and our HR person walks by, and she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm just taking in with a giant U-boat," but I could move a little faster in the boot. Once I got the hang of it, then you can go a little faster. But yeah, I know. I imagine playing a show. It's you're like, here I am in my boot. I tried to sell mine.
You want to get up and get around. You want to get up and when I saw you guys play, the whole stage is a movement. So And that's, I mean, that's for anybody that plays music, regardless of how slow it is. You want to get up and groove a little bit. That's gotta suck though. Just to sit there
And the
and
ska
oh,
inspiration.
the,
You
the,
guys
the, song- the song's grooving like crazy, and you're sitting there going, it's gotta be awful.
Well, last night I had my knee
I felt so
scooter I
bad.
was sitting on, so it's on wheels, so I was able to like shift around a little bit. So that was fun.
Scoot around the stage.
a
That
little bit.
sucks so bad, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I would have carried you around. Damn it, we will carry you. We will carry you around the stage.
Ain't no
That's
Well,
problem.
not me
Prone.
alone, but
So the rest
What
of
is
you
it?
have your instruments and hold him up on a
Oh,
throne
yeah.
at the same time. You can totally do it.
Yeah, you got it. We'll make something. We'll make something. Well, hopefully it won't be that long though. It's not going to be that long. Though.
No, I've been able to put weight on it now, so we'll be back to normal in no time. Probably the last show sitting down was last night.
So what? And now is Jake, when you did the show as a tribute to Jake, that was last October, correct?
We've
Well,
done a couple.
that-
Um,
yeah,
okay.
there's
so
two
yeah,
different Jake Fests.
So last month in August, we set up a reggae festival with a bunch of our friends' bands and a lot of bands that he was close with. And it was 2 days, and we played both of the days. But it was in a neutral. It was in like a festival grounds outside in Gibbon Glade, PA, which is south of Pittsburgh, and it's actually pretty close to West Virginia. And yeah, it was awesome. We raised a lot of money and we had a great time.
Nice. Are you think you'll do make like an annual kind of fest where you have like bands that are connected or inspired by y'all?
I think that was the idea for that
we'll
one.
see where that goes.
And then Sam helped do the jamming for Jake's too.
Mhm.
There's two different ones for those. That was locally, but yeah, the festival at the Glades Festival Grounds, that was cool. That was, I think he talked about doing an actual reggae festival there before any of that. So that's kind of why.
And we're back.
Yay. Okay, so yes, we were talking about the festivals and he had wanted to do that, and so yes.
Yeah, I mean, it was discussed anyway. So I mean, I guess after it all happened, it only made sense to dedicate it to Jake. So
That's
it
awesome.
was a cool time, and yeah, we hope that they keep doing it, and we'll be there. That's for sure.
That is the beauty of art, though, is like even if somebody is gone, physically, is that you do get to live on. And I know it's like very cliche, right? But you do get to be immortal through your creations. And I love the fact of like, taking things that even if they already existed in one form and putting a new spin on them and giving them new life, so that it's not just immortalized in this Spotify playlist over here, that it's constantly getting new life. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's just something that we got to do. It's it's like a spiritual obligation.
How'd you all meet Jake?
I'm probably different stories all around. I met Jake back in high school. We went to Votech together, and we were both in punk bands at the time. He was in Diversity Without an Issue, and I was in a band called Chaos Rising. And he was like printing out drum heads for his band and stickers and shirts, and I was just like, I just gravitated towards him. I'm like, dude, show me how to do this stuff, and taught me how to use like Photoshop. And after that, I kind of ran with it. He didn't go there anymore after that year, and we separated, but we both kind of kept that route and linked back up in the long run. So it was cool. I think most of what we did, why we connected so much, was because we're just both doing stuff for our bands, so.
I actually seen them at a house party. It was like
Oh,
a
you're
few
right.
years before I even joined the band, and they were playing in my buddy's basement, and I was like, wow, these guys are really good. And I was just been floating around band to band for a while before that. And then it was like 2 years later, I went up to a music festival with my friend, and we actually stayed at their camp. So I got to know all of them like through that, mutual friend. And they were looking for a drummer because he was originally playing drums. So it just kind of grew after that. And then
Yeah, we're listening to my car
me.
playlist, and I had Tool on there, and he's like, "Oh, you got Tool on there? Oh, yeah."
Yeah,
we
he
jived,
messaged me one day. He's like, hey, you want to come jam one day? And it's like, yeah, sure. And then it's just ever since then been with them,
When
Love it.
When
I
I was
apologize for my absence. I have no idea what happened.
You're good. You're good. When I was in high school, my girlfriend at the time was friends with Jake's little brother Zach, and that's how I met him. And we had like we started our friendship just by like the mutual punk bands we were interested in. I became friends with him, and Sam and my old band opened for Fubar back in like 2013, 2014 a bunch. So we got to meet all them that way, and then we eventually joined the band.
They're dressed up as Ninja Turtles.
We actually did-
Yeah.
we were doing an acoustic video, and we were like, we should get, because we recorded with horns on the song. I knew them from school, like high school, so
Yeah,
I reached out to them.
all three of us, me, Sam, and Jordan, all went to high school together, except Dave. We all went to the same high school. It just kind of
That's right.
coincidentally.
I'm old.
Yeah.
Dave was, and he said you were in high school with Jake, so that's cool.
Yeah. There's high school connections.
Who has taken over Jake's place in the band?
None of us.
Pretty much all of us. Yeah, he was doing a lot of.
nobody really.
He was doing
came.
multiple jobs, so
It's a sh-
we've been trying to pull the weight as best we can, but we got things worked out right now. So
Yeah.
Are you thinking about adding another member?
not at the moment.
At some point, I guess.
We've been getting everything kind of hashed out and figuring out how to move forward as best we can. So I mean, maybe in time,
Yeah.
but for right now, we're just kind of keeping it core. You know.
I'm so glad you guys are keeping it going too. It's so good. It's too good not to keep going. You know.
Thank
It
you. I
was
appreciate
hard,
that.
but it was definitely not easy playing those first few without him, but
Yeah.
it's definitely gotten a lot easier.
Honestly, the first one we had to play without him when he was alive, that was probably the worst one
Mhm.
for me.
She couldn't
Yeah.
be there.
Well, and was there a conversation ever where you guys were like, "Oh gosh, should we move
Oh
on?"
yeah,
The-
we've had it with us with we got practices where he wasn't physically able to go, and it was like, should we really keep doing this? And then we're like, well, he's not going to want to stop, and we're not going to force him to. So it's like, and I even had the conversation with him a few times. It was like, if you're really not feeling up to it, it's like it's okay. But he just was.
Yeah, he'd fire back at you. No, this is what I'm doing. I don't got much time. It's
We
like,
knew not to. It was after a certain point we're like, we're just gonna keep it going. It's like,
Yeah.
as long as he was able to do it, we couldn't doubt him. So
Yeah.
just went with it.
yeah,
I
he
love
was doing
tenacity.
it till the end too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's he was it just from knowing him for the small amount of time that me and Beverly were able to talk to him and meeting him in person, he was a go getter. You could just see it.
Mhm.
You could just see that he was.
There he was.
It wasn't, and it wasn't to the fact that this is my band. It was this is. I love doing all of this, and I'm going to say everything I can about this band that I'm in, and that's what he did. We knew everything about Fubar when that show was over. Everything. You know? It's terrific.
What was his favorite band of all time, you think?
Ooh, that's a good one. That's
Oh,
tough.
it's so many.
I mean, yeah, it's hard to really pinpoint
It
one.
shuffled a little.
No Effects was
I would
definitely
say
a
probably No
staple.
Effects was probably
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah,
Authority Zero, he was always.
Slightly Stupid. Was
Bad
a good one.
Religion, Bad Religion.
Oh, yeah. Classic.
All the flagships.
Or
Like,
Sublime.
Oh yeah. Did you guys go to a lot of live shows together? Like as a band, like when you weren't playing or whatever. I'm sure you hung out. But
Yeah.
did you get to see some concerts and things?
yeah, we all kind of, whoever was able to go. We've done certain things. Us three went to HR from Bad Brains last 2 times ago. He came to town.
Jake was always going to see Tropodelic, Bumpin' Uglies, Ballyhoo. Me and Sam were always there with him typically. We were flyering outside the shows. We were just trying to get anybody to look at Fubar in that scene.
Yeah.
And he was always about taking trips too, and going we would go to Ohio for the weekend, see a band, and stay at a hotel and just hang out and see the city,
He'd go down
wherever you go. And it's just he'd make a little trip out of it.
Yeah.
go to Reggae Rise Up in Florida and stuff. He was all over the place.
Yeah. That's
Doing the
awesome.
shows.
And he was always talking about Fubar whenever he was,
Yeah,
Yeah.
always shameless self-promoting.
yeah.
Yes. Or you
Oh,
guys have a tour in the works? Or are you just gonna stick it locally? Or are you guys gonna come back out into all the other states?
We're gonna work on that a little bit. We've been mostly a tri-state kind of area band, at the moment, but it's been working and it's been catching on. So we're booking for spring and summer. We're probably going to try to do like, I think we discussed like doing like kind of like a beach town tour, try to get down the coast a little bit, just different areas that we haven't played before. I think New York City, we're trying to get out there. We're working on something soon for that.
I don't have any pull with venues. I don't really I work with bands. I do what I can for whoever wants to come to town, especially if they're out of town. But I know several people along the coast and out west, and just from being on the show, and I could hit them up for you, and they could give you more information than I could. But that would be a good, I think, point of contact. For if you don't know anybody in the area that you want to play. You know what I mean?
We need to go south, and we need to go kind of like Midwest at this point. I think
I've got Tennessee for you. I get right there. You in touch, and if you go West Coast, I'm originally from the West Coast, and all the the beachy, at least like Long Beach and that area, definitely have connections there too.
Oh, right on.
Connections.
Hilton Head Island is in South Carolina, and my parents have a place down there, and I'm going to be going down in October. It's been a couple years since I've been down there, COVID and all that stuff. But I'm going to go down there and do a couple of shows with some people I've had on down that way. But that's also it's a great place, especially in the summertime. I don't want to knock the off season, because there's always music opportunity in the off season, especially for the locals. But it's mainly locals in the off season, because it's beachy and stuff. But in the summertime, you guys would just kick ass down there. Like you could stay there an entire summer and play everywhere, because every restaurant has live music. I mean, it doesn't matter. Every bar, like you can play on the beach. There's a place called Tiki Hut. I'm just shouting these places out because they're badass, But
that's my retirement plan. So yeah.
Tiki Hut's right on the beach and right in front of the Holiday Inn, and it's just there's a stage right there, and you guys you'd fry your ass off because it's hotter than hell down there in the summertime. But regardless, it'd still be bad. I would be there. I would be there with like an ice pack around my head or something, But I think you should get down there, and I will see. I will talk to the guys when I'm down there, and there's several bands you can play with down that way. I mean, the island's just super cool. Music wise, it's badass. Well, anything wise really, but music wise especially. Because I seek that type of stuff when I go out of town. Just like any musician, really, I guess. But there's several places. Savannah, Georgia is only 30 minutes away, also. So
I've heard of Savannah has like a good art scene and stuff like that. So that'd be, I think that's probably about as far south as we'd go. Probably even South Carolina, just for like a 4-day, 5-day run or something. Yeah. But no, that'd be cool. I'd like you to know like any good rock and roll bars down there.
Yeah, many. Tiki Hut's even open during the off season, if it's not like freezing or snowing on the beach, because it does snow down there sometimes, believe it or not. And the whole place, they don't know what to do down there when it snows. They have no idea what to do. Everything shuts down. Schools are closing and banks are closing. No, they don't know what. But little did they know that the ocean is right there, and if they just suck some of that water out and put it on the road, you're good. Good to go. Way more effective than our salt,
Yeah,
the salt. That is smart.
Not rocket. Hey, since we're all over the place, let's listen to Scatterbrain. And then
good segue, yeah.
Well, I do what I can sometimes, but then I didn't know whether to do it or not. But I think we'll talk wieners after Scatterbrain. What do you think?
All right.
I think that's good.
Jake
wasn't able to. I wasn't doing the wiener segment at the time when Jake was on, but we will do it. We will do it after Scatterbrain. Here is Scatterbrain by Fubar.
I've been feeling kinda lost, like I can't finish my thoughts, almost like something cuts me off. My mind, it seems to stop. This can't be how it ends. Isolated from my friends and locked inside my mind, where there's nothing I can find. Scatterbrain, I think I've gone
That song is it's so good. So good.
Thank you.
I'm just bebopping like a crazy
That was
person.
another one of his works, a masterpiece. You know, like
Yes, so good.
he came up with that one all by himself.
It seems a little like it seems a little bit more like heavier, I guess, than some of them. Like a more of a rock heavier. I don't want to say heavy metal because it's not like
Yeah,
Yeah.
it definitely has more of a kind of a rockin' vibe. I remember he used to talk about how with no effects, like Fat Mike heard Bad Religion's harmonies, and he was like, "That's what this band needs," and so that's where like No Effects gets all of their like insane harmonies from.
No, he didn't want him. The producer made him do it.
Oh, really?
He was
Well,
like,
either
I
way-
don't want to sound like Bad Religion's harmony. He
Either
was like,
way,
well, too bad.
Jake sort of had a moment in that song where he was like, I want harmonies like that in this song. So like felt like continuing the chain going. But
Yeah.
definitely it was like a more rock and inspired song with the riff and everything like that.
Have you guys been able to write anything new since then?
There's some ideas and demo ideas. I know Sam probably has some stuff. I have some stuff. I'm sure everybody got something.
Yeah.
Nothing like cohesively yet, but we're just kind of catching up with some old stuff. We have like kind of a to-do list from before, and we're just trying to get that out, and then we'll kind of move forward with new material. So,
That's,
but
that, I would
definitely-
say do that, yes, because it needs to be heard everywhere. You know, it's so good. It's so good. So
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Yeah.
let's kind of break the ice a little bit here and talk wieners because it's very sad, you know, and you know, I wish I would have been able to talk to Jake a little bit more and, you know, just kind of pick his brain on certain things. You know, it just seems like he was very musically inclined, and I like to pick people's brain, and, you know, it just sounds like we would have had a great conversation, but I didn't want to make this show just like sad because he wouldn't want us to be sad. He wanted to celebrate and have fun.
Yeah,
And
everyone
when he
waiting.
was on in April, I wasn't even doing the Wieners segment at the time, so he didn't get to do this. So you guys get to do it for him, and you get to be involved in it.
Right on.
Yep.
So
Happy to be
there's kind of an opening to this, and I do it for everyone every show. So I have to do it. It's my dad singing, and my mom's in this a little bit too. So here's just a little beginning to this segment.
I know a weenie man. He owns a weenie stand. He sells most anything from hot dogs on down. Someday I'll join his life and be his
His weenie wife.
hot dog. I love that weenie man.
My dad.
That's so cute.
Nice.
You guys need to do a version of that
Cover
song.
that. Yeah.
My dad. I don't think he really wants to be the sound of that anymore. He keeps asking me if people doing that, and I'm like, yeah, I do it every show. And you are the weenie segment. But
He's the weenie man.
I do need I need a show theme song, and I need a wiener segment theme song. So, you know, I'll give you a couple months.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
We'll make it better than the Oscar Mayer jingle.
What this has nothing to do with my parents really. They just happened to be in Hawaii, and I wanted to have them on the show. I had no guests that week, so I kind of forced them to be on the show and just interviewed them about weird things. But this segment was brought about by my roommate Mike, and because he has a crazy fetish for hot dogs.
Okay.
Like it's borderline. I don't think he needs help yet, but he might need some help later on in life, especially if he's in a nursing home going, "I need weenies," you know.
Talking actual hot dogs or just tubular objects?
Well, I don't really ask him many questions about this because it's a sensitive topic, I guess. No, Mike's a very good cook. I actually met him at a local restaurant that I worked at here, and he worked there also, and he actually has his own place now. It's called Grill 250. It's right up. I still haven't been there yet. I don't need to go because he brings things home. So, but I don't work up that way. So it's a big mess. Anyway, but he makes very good food, and I'm a big salad guy. He makes phenomenal salad dressing. Like it's probably the best salad dressing I've ever had. But he also has hot dogs on his menu. But he has like gourmet hot dogs. Like I'm talking like bacon on the hot dog and like Hungarian wax peppers and like just strange things.
Chicago dogs. Did you ever have a Chicago dog?
Yeah. I've had a few guests from Chicago that have, but they were different. They were different toppings. I don't know, but you guys are you guys in Irwin? Is that where all of you live?
Yeah, that's centrally, that's what you could probably say, but Robinson, these two guys more so Irwin. I moved out of there. But yeah, so
I've never been like, I mean, I've been all over Pittsburgh pretty much, like just various venues and things, but basically, you know, hot dogs is kind of like pizza, where to get what's the best, right? So if Mike was to come up that way, and I'm sure he's had hot dogs in Pittsburgh before, but in your all's opinion, collectively, where would he go to get, if Mike was to say, where do I go get a hot dog game, and I'm craving a wiener, you know, where would you send him?
Well, out Irwin way, there's not a whole lot. I know there's one shop at some
Hot dog
intersection. Yeah,
There's one shop called literally the hot dog
I've never
shop.
been there.
They're pretty good.
Honestly, though, like your best bet around here is crash somebody's barbecue and just grab one off the grill, or go to Five Guys and just get one.
There- there's a place in like north of Pittsburgh, like a little like northeast of Pittsburgh, called D's Six Pack and Dogs. And
Oh,
I get the
yeah.
chain. That
I've
place
been
is
there,
really
yeah.
good. I love that place.
Also,
Now,
there's
six pack, is that like a workout? Is like a gym, or is that like
Yeah, you eat the hot dog and then you get abs immediately.
there's
Yes.
a guy in the city.
You didn't think it would work, but it does.
There's a guy in the city who stands there with I forget what, I think it's on Liberty Ave in the city, and he has a cart
The
and he
fro.
wears it's like wig like
Fro.
hat with a yellow like fro, and he sells brats and hot dogs, and they are phenomenal. I don't remember if he actually has a name, but he just is on the sidewalk and lying down the street. So that would be a good one too to check out.
Mike always told me, he said the dirtier the restaurant,
There you
or the cart, the dirtier it is, that's the guy you go to, because he knows he doesn't have time to clean. He's making hot dogs, you know.
What did you say?
There's one outlet. There's gyms in like West Mifflin area.
Jim's Pub.
Yeah, I think it's just gyms. I'm
Gyms.
Sure. But it's like you get a hot dog and then there's like a layer of like, it's like a ham barbecue sauce almost.
Really?
And like on top of that is like a thick layer of like liquid cheese.
Oh, that sounds phenomenal, actually.
Now, let me give my favorite Pittsburgh spot. Okay,
Oh, there you go.
Spoon Seeker. If you want a hot dog, it's Korean style corn dogs.
Ah,
Oh my god! Yeah, they got the cheese in it, the hot dog, and it's like the cake batter. Sometimes they'll put potatoes on the outside of it. Find the
Potatoes?
Spoon
What?
Seeker.
Wait, whoa! On the outside of a corn dog?
Yeah, just type in Korean corn dog or something like that on Google. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's awesome.
I don't know if I want to. That sounds.
Make sure your safe search is on.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah.
I had my friend Tom from London on the other night, and we had to do it on Instagram because YouTube was down. But he was telling me we were talking about ketchup, and he said that they do have ketchup over there, but they also have this stuff that everybody puts on their on whatever. It's called Daddy's brown sauce.
Oh,
And he said, just Google Daddy's sauce. I was like, I don't want to Google Daddy's sauce. I don't want to. Yeah.
Well, and curry ketchup is a big thing too over there. I love curry
What is it?
ketchup.
Curry ketchup.
Mm.
Like HP sauce and Daddy sauce is the same thing, but it's like a brown ketchup-y kind of thing that they put on like everything.
Yeah, daddy sauce would be a whole
That's
situation
disgusting.
on the internet.
I looked it up. You can get on Amazon. Get on Amazon for $10. But I guess Heinz owns this Daddy's now. Like they own Daddy's. They own Daddy. Heinz is Daddy's daddy.
own the daddy.
Yeah.
They are the daddy of daddy.
You guys know about the
brown sauce.
yeah, it's
I know.
look it up, Daddy's
so
sauce.
many
Yeah,
gross
Daddy's.
things.
Daddy's sauce. It's Daddy's sauce.
Mm-mm. You can do their commercial.
You guys know? I don't. That's all right. Do you know? You guys know the Kennywood, I'm sure. So,
Yeah.
Is the potato patch still there? You know the potato patch.
Is
Yeah,
I was just there a
potato
couple
Oh, the
weeks
potato
ago.
patch in the parking lot.
It is there, and it has got a long line
It's the
still.
right.
That's the only. That's the only way. I mean, that's what you go to Kennywood for, is a potato patch. The rides are later,
Yeah.
later on. You know, after
What's
you
the
eat.
potato
Warm water
patch?
fountains is
Yeah,
what
the
I go
warm
to
water
Kennywood
fountains, yeah.
for.
Potato patch is a concession stand just full of like French fries. That's pretty
Oh,
much.
that
all
sounds
it is.
amazing.
It's phenomenal. But you can smell it.
Yeah.
Like as soon as you get out of the car, oh yeah, that's potato patch I smell. You know, like it's
Fresh
it's
cut
just
right before your eyes.
it's just amusement
Oh.
park French fries, pretty much. But it's definitely not just that. It's phenomenal. It's
We didn't have that at Disneyland, you know. We just had
No, you won't
overpriced
get that there.
everything.
You won't
know,
get
West
that at
Coast
He's smarter
childhood.
about Disneyland.
well. The other part of this segment is Mike wants to know what you like on your what are your topping go tos when you eat a hot dog, if you eat them.
Oh, sauerkraut.
Oh yeah.
Only sauerkraut.
No, onions,
Oh.
mustard. I got a nice tangy dog is what I like.
All about the spicy.
That is quite
stuff.
tangy, actually.
Spicy.
I'm a fan of baked beans and coleslaw.
I've heard baked beans. You're not the
It
only
sounds
person.
weird, but yeah, just don't knock it till you try it.
Somebody else said that too, baked beans, and I was like, and I like me some baked beans, of course. Yeah, because beans and weenies. I mean, it comes in a can like that. Might as well just
Rice and beans.
Yeah.
you don't need a side dish. You put that thing right on the freaking hot dog. That's a good
Yeah.
idea. I'm gonna
But
do
the coleslaw too. That's key. That's like oh, so good.
I do.
You guys are gonna have to. You're gonna have to go eat immediately when we're done. You know that, right? Like
Yeah.
that's why I do this at the end.
Coney style with the
What else you guys got?
Skyline chili.
Oh,
Yeah.
chili dog.
Can't
Chili
do that.
dog.
There's always an argument. Oh, red caboose. Wow, red
Oh,
caboose is the Mon Valley
caboose.
legend. Lauren says.
Oh yeah, there's sweet potato fries. Before they were popular.
I don't. Okay, I gotta stop there. I don't understand sweet potato fries. I just don't get it because they're sweet.
Yeah.
They're delicious, is what they are.
Red Caboose did like
Yeah,
a
I'm
like a brown sugar butter sauce that you
Yeah,
dipped it
you
in.
dip it
That
in.
makes sense.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
I just
good.
don't see like dipping them in ketchup or anything like that. But maybe I'm just overthinking.
Yeah, it's like
Fuck
two
with it.
sweet things together, you know.
Yeah.
Sweet
You
potatoes.
usually dip them in like a spicy thing, like a spicy, like a Chipotle ranch or something.
Chipotle ranch.
Mhm.
Hey, different strokes for different folks.
Yeah.
Are you guys chili fans? Do you like chili on your wiener?
Uh,
That's the way I like. It.
not
If
necessarily.
I'm super,
You don't like them covered in sauce?
I'll get a chili dog and
I
sheets.
I will destroy as many chili dogs as my stomach can handle.
You got to try that
Like the
daddy
guy
sauce.
you're talking about. Chili and French fries on top of the.
I'll get a bottle of that daddy sauce for $10 on Amazon. I looked it up.
I can't wait.
$10. Appreciate
Let's
it.
do it. Let's do a review.
And I will we'll meet somewhere here, or you can come down here, or I will come to you, and we will eat wieners with daddy's brown sauce or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah,
doesn't
it's-
sound very good at all.
In 2021, we had an ongoing YouTube series where we'd review food at restaurants whenever we would
It's
play.
it's been
It started as
reviewing
Is
every
it still up? Can I still watch it?
You can watch them. Yeah, there's a couple from 2021.
The
Whenever
food
we were,
reviews.
yeah, we played in Ohio, Maryland, New York.
Went to White Castle and
Yeah.
reviewed it.
Ohio people are weird with their hot dogs, with their hot dog chili. They put hot dog chili on spaghetti.
We went to
Oh
a
yeah.
That sounds good.
gourmet grilled cheese place. I think
not-
it was.
I-
Is that the one
I-
we
man,
were
that
at?
was in
Yeah.
Cleveland.
Cleveland.
yeah.
Called the
I was
Nut-
just in Cleveland recently. I hadn't been since I think middle school when we went. It was like a middle school trip to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and it was when they first opened, so there was nothing there. Like
They're not
it's pretty much it's like a half an hour we were there because there was nothing to really see because it just opened. But and then we went to Cedar Point. But like I went up there to see a show in Fremont, which is over it's past Cleveland, like over near Toledo area. But we stayed in downtown Cleveland, and it's nice. I mean, they said I was trying to figure out what to do the next day because we didn't have to like leave immediately and come home. Yet we had some time during the day to do whatever. And I was like, we were thinking about going to the beach, and the bellhop guy, he's like, yeah, you probably don't want to do that. I was like, why? It's I mean, it's not the beach, but it's like sand, against the lake. And he's like, well, we've had a lot of rain recently, and when it rains a lot here, the sewage
Mm.
gets churned up and around, so nobody goes to the
I
beach
heard it's
because
good
the whole
stairs.
beach smells like sewage. I was like, that's attractive. I don't know, but
Yeah,
I
that
think it was
is-
fun. It's nice to get out of town. I was scared though. I was scared in Cleveland because I chose one of the tallest hotels that they have. There's a new Hilton in town. Well, it's not new anymore, but in 2016 they built a Hilton, and it's like I don't know how many stories it is, but there's a rooftop bar, and we didn't get there in time for that. But the lowest floor that I could pick, to reserve was like 21. I don't even want to be that high. You know,
Jeez.
Yeah.
I was scared, and it was like floor to ceiling windows. So like, if the window broke, I'm out the window. You know, like I didn't like it at all. I'm one of those. Give me a Hampton Inn with like 3 stories, and I'm good. You know. But it was it was a nice hotel. So we would. Great. I'd like to get back there. There seems like quite a bit of history and stuff in Cleveland. I like a lot of history. We walked up to the Jack's Casino or whatever. We walked up to that, and then, but on the way back, there was like this really, really old church just in the middle of town. All these big buildings. There's this church there, and it was, I guess, Abraham Lincoln stopped there. I don't know. Look up Cleveland if you want to know about it. I don't know.
Isn't the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland?
It is, yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I said at the beginning. You didn't. I was talking about that at the beginning.
Oh, yes. I don't know how I
I remember these times.
yes.
I went there a while back. They had a Doors exhibit, and they had like Jim Morrison's report cards and his like Boy Scout uniform and
Oh yeah.
his favorite blankie, you know, all that kind of stuff.
I know they do.
I
They do concerts on the lawn, I guess, in front of the Hall of Fame. You ought to look that up and
Yeah.
see when they do that.
There's a bunch of cool. There's like a skate park off to the side too out there, and it's a cool little area.
You guys should go up there and play for sure.
We played in Cleveland at Beachland Tavern in 2021 and 2022. It's a small venue, but it was fun.
I did see a video. I believe it was on your Instagram. It looked like you guys were actually on the beach somewhere, and Jake was in it and with his sunglasses on and like a cutoff shirt, and
I think that was Ocean City, probably.
Yeah, we've
We're-
played in Ocean City every summer for the last couple of years, and we play at this place called Riptide, and it's a pool bar. It's very small. It's connected to a hotel, but they have original local reggae bands play there all summer, and it's original music, which a lot of bars down there have cover bands, so it's awesome.
Yeah,
they
super cool
they
guys.
treat us great.
Yeah, super cool guys. Yeah.
have hot dogs.
They have free
They have
food, with
really good
bands.
food too.
It's awesome. Yeah, we love
It's
this
right on the boardwalk, you know, right off the beach. So people are listening to you while they're swimming in the ocean. It's a cool vibe down there.
It looked super chill. Like, you know, it looked like you guys were having a great time in it. That's great. I had a great time, you know, looking through your Instagram and you know back when you played when Jake was around and stuff. So that's really cool. But no,
Well, Scott, you said they sound like the beach to you, remember?
they do.
That's
Yeah,
what-
it reminds me of at the
Yeah.
just some probably Hilton Head because that's where I go the most to the beach.
It's the reggae.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. But it's still got the
Uh,
rock vibe in it. You know, Scatterbrain has the rock vibe. You know, and I like all of it. It's great stuff, and keep it up for sure. I think that's, like I said, you know Jake more than I do, but you know he would want you to keep it going. I think,
Oh,
right?
for sure.
Yeah, we think so.
Well, yeah, for sure. Keep it up, and I look forward to seeing you soon. What do you have coming up, gigs wise?
Yeah, so we're playing a little bit coming up for the rest of the year. So next week we're playing in New Kensington, north of Pittsburgh, at a small venue with
Underground?
with a couple mixed genre bands. A buddy of mine's putting the show on. It's a free show. That's next Friday. In October, we're playing at Nelson Ledges Quarry Park with Bumpin' Uglies and Joint Operation. That's going to be awesome. The festival's called October Quest. It's a pretty big festival. And then in December, on New Year's Eve, we're opening for Mike Pinto, Jarv, and Tropodelic at Mr. Smalls in Pittsburgh, and that's going to be a big
Hell
show.
yeah!
Yeah, we're excited for that
Yeah,
one.
well,
Those
a great
are
opportunity.
huge.
Yeah, big opportunity for us is that New Year's Eve one for sure. We're really
And
grateful.
the other Ledges
Yeah,
one is
yeah,
huge too.
yeah.
We're real excited about.
Yeah, so we got a good rest of the year, and then we're booking for next year.
I want to come to all of those. I will get on you and let you know what my schedule is. No,
Yeah.
that's
On the
phenomenal.
guest list.
Bring the brown sauce.
I will. Yes, I will do that. Yes, I will put in for that.
Yeah, as long as you bring the brown sauce, you can make the guest list.
Yeah.
Well, I'll bring a case then.
yeah. Enough to share.
No, I failed to mention though the way I heard. I had no idea who you guys were, which is strange because the pipeline. I'm not that far from Pittsburgh. I'm like an hour and a half. So like I have a huge network of bands that have been on, you know, from Pittsburgh just because I'm up there a lot. But the guys from High Vibration up in Erie told me about you, and that's
Oh,
what we-
nice. Yeah, we love those guys.
Awesome guys.
Yeah.
They just put out a song.
We played,
Yeah.
they put out a new song recently, and we played with them in February of this year, way at the beginning of the year, at their midwinter reggae fest in Erie, and all the bands on that were awesome. That was a cool time.
There's a really they're really cool dudes, and I was supposed to go to their album release, and I couldn't make it up to Erie for that, but I hope to see them soon. Get together. Are you guys going to be playing with them, or
I'm gonna guess that within like early 2024 we're gonna be playing with them again. I would say
Usually winter.
Yeah, usually in the winter time.
Well, come down this way. Come down this way. There, we have a few venues. We have 123 Pleasant Street up in Morgantown, and we have various other venues around here. So come on down and play.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah,
Love to.
Bring the HV with you if you want. You go to Nashville. I'm sure Beverly would like to see you.
Yes, I would. Yeah, definitely. I know you all said beach city, but I mean we have a man-made lake. It has sand.
just the same.
Like a
Yeah.
beach.
There's plenty of those around here too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll bring the still
It would-
guitar.
Yeah,
Well,
you
the
know.
fish, it's kind of, I was like, oh, I love this. I'm coming from like in the West Coast, Pacific Ocean. I'm like, oh, this is fun, the lake. And all of a sudden the sun hit down and all these little fish are like biting your legs. I'm like, ooh, that's kind of gross.
They're more scared of you than you are of them. You got to keep that in mind. Unless it's a shark, then I'm sure that's not true.
Then he has my leg.
Yeah. He's good. As long as he already has it, then just
Yeah.
swim away. I don't know.
Just as long as it doesn't hit my artery, we're good.
Thanks you guys very much for doing this. I really wanted to do it, for a tribute to Jake. And
Thanks for having us. Yeah,
Thank
for
you.
sure.
very very nice talking to all of you. I know I met you at the show last year, but it's, how it is at shows. It's either screaming at each other because the music's loud, or there's just not enough time because you guys
Running
are
around,
talking to everybody and all. But we'll hang out soon and maybe get together before a show or something. And go eat wieners with brown sauce somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Who knows? I mean,
Do it.
Sky, or what is it? The to the moon, or was it Sky's Limit or some shit? I don't know. I have no idea what. Briefly, I do have a show coming up. That it's a band that's returning to the show. They hit me up and they got a single coming out. I believe it's Friday the 22nd. Is that right? Yeah, Friday the 22nd. But Thursday at 7:30, we're gonna do this show again and talk about the single. We're gonna hear it before it comes out here.
Nice.
And it's kind of it's a lot different than I haven't heard it yet, but from what they say, it's a lot different from the stuff that they put out previously. So I know it's a lot harder, like a lot more metal and a lot more screamy and stuff. So I look forward to hearing that and getting a copy before it even comes out. Like the perks of being on the show.
I love that. We love that. So the new song has some good breakdown at the some good breakdown stuff at the end. So
Mix it
we're
up.
about it.
What you have a new one coming out soon?
Yeah.
It's being recorded right now, so once it's
You don't have like a date of release yet?
not yet. Yeah.
Well, let me know. We'll do a midnight countdown if you want. I've done that a couple times with some people.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
It's fun. We'll do it in person. I'll come up to you and we'll do it from the park or something. I don't know. With our brown sauce.
Yeah.
So Thursday at 7:30, Within a Reverie from Orlando will be on to premiere their new song, and then it'll release at midnight. So we'll do that.
Check them out.
And then real quick, and then Saturday, I almost forgot. Saturday, I've only done 3 shows that weren't music related, that weren't bands or anything, which was very nerve wracking because I didn't know what I was going to do or what I was going to ask. But I had a magician on twice and a mentalist from Pittsburgh actually on once, and they were both interesting. But the illusionist, which he calls himself a thrillusionist, he's on tour right now, and he's going to be stopping in Clarksburg, which is just down the road. That's where I grew up. At the Robinson Grand Theater on Saturday, so I'll be there most of the day Saturday with a media pass backstage. Woohoo!
Yeah.
And hopefully he won't chop me in half or make me disappear because I want to see the show. He works with birds and all kinds of stuff. So, I want to meet the birds. So we'll
Are you
do
gonna
that.
get pulled out of a hat?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what he has. I don't think he's involving me in anything. Hopefully not. Not.
We'll see.
But yeah, that'll be fun. So we'll do that Saturday. I probably won't be live from there, but I'll have plenty of footage and post some things, for the show, for the show, you know what I mean. But yeah, thanks guys so much for being on. I will make one of those upcoming shows soon, and we'll party it down with wieners.
Hell yeah.
Do it.
And
It was nice talking to you all.
Yeah.
I realized, it's kind of a weird with the many faces on the Zoom squares. But yeah, it was really cool to talk to you guys and hear you all carry on the legacy.
Yes,
thank
keep
you.
it up. Keep it up for sure. I'm gonna end the show tonight with a band that I just kind of found from Chicago. They're called Scarlet D'Amour, and the song's called "Wish You the Best," and I wish you guys the best for sure.
You as well.
Thank
Thanks. Thanks again.
We'll talk to you soon, and I'll see you everybody else on. Thanks, Beverly, for coming on, and I'll see everybody on Thursday at 7:30 within a Reverie from Orlando. Have a good night.
See you.
Right.
just don't last.